Hey everyone, welcome to my second ever LauchCodes video submission. Super stoked to be here, and if you haven't done so already, check out my first video through the link that I've provided in the comment box. And also check out my peers' videos as well to see what they're doing with their startup companies here at UW-Whitewater. So today I've got some huge news about where my business is going, or as a big hint, where my business is not going. But first, as promised, here is my product. So what you're looking at here is the CordMob extension cord, consisting of a 12-foot extension cord bought at Home Depot for $2.50, a wood piece that's glued to the unit with a hole in it, and an 18-inch gear tie. This gear tie is a durable, bendable unit that can be attached to anything. You can bend it, twist it, wrap it. And essentially, if you're a college student, let's say, and you're living in the dorms, usually outlet proximity is a huge issue, whether or not you're in the dorms. But let's say you're in the bunk, you're on a loft, and you want to charge your electronic device and use it at the same time. Usually you're reaching pretty far to your phone to do that, or you've got this extension cord tangled up, wrapped around a whole bunch of things. What you can do with this is essentially bend this over, or you can wrap around a desk. So let's say you're not a college student, you don't live in the dorms. Well, you can actually untwist this and bend it over a ledge on a desk, and this is sturdy enough to hold a MacBook charger, which is about 2 pounds, while charging. So you can use this on the edge of the desk. If you're in the office, throw it over a cubicle, or again, put it on the side of the desk. On end tables, you can even have this attached to couches as well. This grippy material that this orange gear tie is made out of will stick to a couch if you bend it correctly. So there's a lot of uses for it. So essentially, there's my product. But here's the big news. I'm sure you got the hint before, but I'm no longer going through with this product. As some people like to say, I took the product out back and I shot it. In kinder words, it's pretty much you're saying you're giving up on the idea. You're not pursuing it anymore. So how did I come up with this conclusion? Well, this took a few weeks of customer discovery. And what customer discovery is essentially going out to your target market and asking questions to see if they have the pain that your product or service is solving. When you're going and asking these questions, you don't want to let that person know what your product or service is first, because they're going to come in with a bias if they see your product or know what your service is. So first ask, questions to see if they do have a pain. If they do have the pain, show them your product, tell them about your product, show them their services that you provide, and then ask about what they think about it. What are their preferences? Do they have any recommendations? Especially doing this in person, you'll find that people have great input, they have great insight, and they will tell you their honest opinion and give you thoughts and give you ideas that you never thought of before. So that's super unique. If you're going to create a survey, hand it out to people, make sure to do it in person. You meet a lot of awesome people that way as well, and you might meet and create some connections that will benefit you and the other person in the future. So I did this by creating a Google form. Google form is essentially a way to create an easy survey, and you can email this survey out. You can conduct it in person, and you also can send it via Facebook and Twitter. So again, I started my customer discovery with a simple Google Forms, 10 questions, went out and interviewed about 30 people. Through the interview process, I found out that yes, people do have this pain of charging electronic devices and not being able to use it because of the proximity to the outlet. So I was like, heck yeah, let's start building these products. So I didn't go ahead and go to a manufacturer and said, hey, I need 1,000 of these. So what I did is I created 40 of these with the help of my grandpa. Want to give a shout out to him for helping me out. But we made 40 of these, cost about $5 a piece, and I handed them out to a bunch of people, friends of friends, my mentors, kids got a chance to use it, and I gave them a survey before they used it and after used it. I did that because before, you're going to get a lot of insight. You're going to get a lot of people's opinions about what they don't like, what they do like. But when you give it to them afterwards, after they've actually used it for a week, they're going to have a completely different answer of what they like and dislike. So I found that to be beneficial. Of what are your initial thoughts? Let's say you see this on the shelf at a store, and then what are your thoughts after you use it? So that was super useful. In total, I created 3 different surveys and got a whole bunch of awesome feedback. But at the end of things, got these all back from the 40 people, and people liked them, but they wouldn't purchase them for $5 from me, which worried me. And also, to create these, the manufacturers wanted minimum orders of 50,000, or to create a injection mold made out of plastic was going to be anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000, and that didn't include the wiring that went into the extension cord. So the financial risk through that was not worth it to pursue the idea. And also the patentability of my product idea. It was super hard to patent, and it wasn't going to be able to protect everything that I wanted it to protect. And again, that was going to be another financial burden. So I am on a pursuit for a different product, for a different idea that I've got the provisional patent in the works, which a provisional patent is essentially a patent before a patent, and it protects your idea for up to a year. So let's say you get a provisional patent, which I'm doing right now. Once you submit that, you've got a full year to start selling, telling people about your idea, getting customer discovery, getting customer feedback, finding a manufacturer. Maybe you want to license it out. You've got a full year of protection. But when that year is up, it's totally out there for anybody to take, unless you file an actual patent, which costs anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000, and that's on the low end. So that's where I'm at right now with my second idea. I did not create an LLC yet for that idea. I want to make sure that I can get that provisional in and get that customer discovery out to see if people actually want the idea. So keep posted. Come back to LauchCodes. Check out what my peers are doing. Check out what I'm doing. And I'll be with you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, guys.